I feel it calling my name, but the pain just makes me on the edge. I almost gave up, I'm so tired of pretend. I refuse to let it drive me insane and go back to where it all began. I don't do it for me, I don't do it for likes, I don't do it for love, I do it for the win.
When you down and when you in the trenches, because I had a lot of down moments, like for sure, like, and every day is a win and every day is a loss. Like I mean, you gonna have ups, you gonna have downs. Like it's just up to you to really determine. You know, are you having a down moment or you having an up moment? What I'll say is for those down moments, because you're gonna definitely have them. Man, that's your business. That ain't nobody else's business. If I'm talking to you and you like really trying to, like, let's say you trying to do what I do, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna tell you about the ups and the downs.
Right.
But if you're not doing what I'm doing, then I'm gonna keep what I'm going through to myself because it ain't your business. Because I don't wanna put you in a position where I make you fearful to actually jump and become an entrepreneur.
Indeed.
You see what I'm saying? Like, because we know that there's gonna be some down times. It's gonna be some hard times. It's gonna be some unfortunate times, and that go with anything. Hell, at a job, you know, it's down moments. You know, at a job, people go to jobs and they be sick, man.
Right.
You know, you got somebody just passed away yesterday, and you still going to work. You there, you all jacked up emotionally, you know, spiritually, you know, financially, everything is always going to be trying times. But I just feel like entrepreneurship, you got to find a way to really like deal with that and like keep it to yourself so that way you can find a way to like handle that situation and keep going. Because like when I first started entrepreneurship, not a lot of people know, but like I had good money saved, but like I didn't really start making money as an entrepreneur until like 6 months. So look, my first 3 to 4 months, I blew through the reserve. Right. It was a wrap for the money. Like the savings account, it was gone. The emergency fund, it was gone. So now I'm at the point where I'm living on credit cards. Don't nobody know that. They see me now,
right,
4, 5 years later, like my man's got this stupid, crazy crib. He driving these BMW. He going crazy. But nah, bro, like I've been through a lot. Like this ain't no easy road. This ain't no easy path. Ain't no easy button. Like don't get it confused. You ain't finna get into no business and it's finna just be easy. I set up like the last 2 weeks, me and my wife sitting up with new business ideas that we about to launch and jump into, you know what I'm saying, on some like get another 100, 200 on the side doing this over here. But me and my wife sit up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. She working on her website. I'm working on my new website. We grinding. Like this just ain't no fly by night. You just see people that's making millions and doing good. They just woke up one day and it just happened. That's not the way that it works. I don't care what kind of connections you got or who you know. You're going to have to put in some work because this is why most people don't get into entrepreneurship or they get it and they quit. They'll see me and you doing good. We driving good. We eating good. We living good. And they'll get in and they just won't put in no work.
Right.
Like they won't put in no work. They'll follow us around, conversate with us, be in the camera like, oh, my boy, you know, flash a little chain or watch and be like, I'm getting to it. But then if the money don't come with it because they didn't put in the work, they confused. The confusion sets in because they say, well, I'm a boss. Like I'm a boss, like I'm getting it, whatever. But then the boss ain't really doing the work. Boss got to work too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Boss work harder than most of the employees sometimes because you in the field, you working in the business and you working on the business. So it's a lot that goes into that. You know what I mean?
How did you capitalize from your L's? For every L that you take, how did you capitalize from it?
I think that, you know, it's really, and we got to rephrase it. You know, it ain't no losses in life at all. It's all lessons.
That's why I always say L's. So it's like, that lesson. Like,
you got
that lesson of what you went through. How you know, like, how would you be like, okay, I'm going to do this, but I don't have to go through that again.
Fact. You know, a lot of it, what I will say is anything that you want to get into, I think the best thing you could do is whatever lane you get into, whatever industry is, grab you a mentor. First of all, that's the first thing you got to do so that way you can minimize your losses and cut a lot of time, you know, wasted time out. But if you can't grab one and you got to get started and you want to go, I definitely just tell you, just go ahead and go. But then, you know, as you going through and you learning those lessons and you going through, I just really feel like, you know, you gotta understand and you gotta have moments with yourself to figure out like, what did I really learn here? So that way I won't go through it again because really it's people gonna come behind you. Like whether you know it or not, it's people coming behind you and you gotta be prepared to be able to lead them and say, listen, nah, don't go left. I went there to GPS. Don't say go there. Like it say go to make a right. and then keep going. So, out of those, lessons that I learned, man, I just learned to just really like just keep going. Like, every time you feel like you caught an L, whether that's, you feel like it's a loss or a lesson, you gotta take that and you gotta say, all right, cool. Like what ain't killed me just gotta make me stronger.
Indeed.
And so that's really what it's about. That's really what I gotta point to the people is like, look, it ain't no L's, man. Like, I don't care what you're doing in life, whether you're working a job or you're an entrepreneur, like those are lessons learned, and you got to take them lessons, financial lessons, whatever it is, whatever you took L on, and say, cool, like now I learned it, I'm not gonna do it again, and now I'm gonna take that opportunity to get even better. Like that's really what it's all about.
Because when I look at entrepreneurship, I look at it like the tortoise and the hare. You know how people always, they get it and then they want to be that hare. But you got to be that tortoise in entrepreneurship because the tortoise stayed consistent. That's why he won.
For sure.
The rabbit ran so fast, but he got tired and he just stopped, took a nap, and then what happened? That consistency passed him. So in that being said, what's some things that you do to stay consistent?
Man, and this is one thing. This kind of piggybacks off of what I was just saying, where in order to be successful, like you said, you got to have a form of consistency. But then it's like, what does consistency really look like? What does it really mean? Consistency is when you become an entrepreneur, it's a schedule. I learned that day one is whatever you need to be consistent in order to produce results, you have to write a schedule out. It's like this. For those who work a job, we call that the 9 to 5, right? We go to work from 9 and we stay there to 5. And then in between those hours, we're gonna do work for that employer so that they can cut us a check and we can go feed our family, right? It's the same thing with entrepreneurship. You need to be working from 9 to 5. Or you can work, since you're the boss now, you can work 10 to 6.
And it's really 24/7, but people don't even know that.
But what you got to do is you got to put together a schedule of time and say, all right, cool, for this first 2 hours, this is what I'm gonna do. For these next 2 hours, this is what you got to put together this block of time
that you're
where you gonna dedicate to work, and you got to put in that work, and it's got to be consistent, whether it's 4 days a week, 5 days a week. I tell people all the time, entrepreneurship, they be like, well, man, how do you determine success? I tell them, I look at my schedule, and everything for me that's successful is after 40 hours. That's overtime. So when you hit that 40 hours plus, like for me, like, people look at me and be like, man, cool, he's super successful, but I'm working 12-hour days though. Like my office is in my crib. So yeah, I ain't got to go do no commute, but I got to get up at 8, downstairs by 9, and I'm in that joint from like 9 to 9 every day. My wife is bringing me lunch. She's bringing me breakfast. She's bringing me dinner. You know what I'm saying? The kids coming home. I'm high-fiving my son, kissing my daughter. But daddy working, so get out of here. Like I'm putting in my time.
All right, bye.
Yeah, so consistency is a schedule. So what are you doing every single day? Like what are you consistently doing every single day? So if you got to sit there for 2 hours and cold call and call customers and say, hey, how you doing? This is Johnny from such and such. I was following up with you. You got to do that. If you got to send out those mailers, you got to do that. If you got to tap into your leadership, you got to do that. Like every single week, I got 3 different calls with my leadership group that I got mapped in. That's part of my schedule. And they know to be on that because that's a part of their schedule. Like I got to lead the people. So it's all about just that consistency come with, you mapping out a schedule of things that you're going to consistently do. And then what you're able to do is with that schedule, you're able to measure your actual, like, your work that you put in. So if Monday, if you ain't get up and you went down to the office by 9, you know that you jacking up the schedule. So just like the job, they're gonna start mark you for tardy. They're gonna write you up. They're gonna fire you. You doing the same thing yourself as a boss. So when that check don't come in, Monday you only work 2 hours. Why you mad? You can't be mad at the results that you get from the work that you ain't put in. Period.
It's just like working out. People like you work out. You feel what I'm saying? You can't do 10 push-ups and then be all Mr. Swole, man.
Abs don't come tomorrow. You gotta give about 6 months.
What is Phenomenal Power?
Phenomenal Power is a solar renewable energy company, man, that's based out of Illinois. And so, when I started this company, I said, you know what? I want to be able to help homeowners save a lot of money so that they can invest into their kids' future, their future, eliminate debt, establish emergency funds. Because when you go solar, man, you saving so much money by literally like going renewable energy. You cutting out that utility company. So it's like, cool, I ain't got to pay these rising costs with the utility company. I got a set, stable bill that I could depend on. And I got so much money being saved. All that money being saved, man, let's eliminate some debt. Let's start planning for our retirement or beef up the retirement account. Let's start some additional retirement accounts. Let's start our college tuition funds. let's make sure that we can put some money back into the community. And one thing that I love about Phenomenal Power and being able to offer solar renewable energy company is, man, like this is a company that you can get with. You know, you can get with us, and you can literally become a contractor through us and start your own solar renewable energy opportunity within this company, and literally go help homeowners and position yourself to bring in crazy amounts of income.
Okay.
I'm talking about, so now, not only you helping homeowners save money, you put money back in their pocket, you put some good money in your pocket too. And look, for the African American community, we don't have a whole lot of representation within this solar renewable energy. Who else do you know that's offering solar? Even in Chicago, period. Nobody.
Nobody.
Who do you know in the nation that, what friend do you know, a family member that you know that's saying, man, I'm selling solar? Nobody.
Nobody.
Or offering homeowners the ability to go solar? Nobody. So I said, man, this is an opportunity for me to be able to tap into my community and give people that look like me a fighting chance at something totally different. And so, you know, the name came from being able to, you know, save people money. People like, okay, cool. If I'm gonna save money, that's phenomenal.
Right.
And then so the gist of it is obviously we supplying you power.
Right.
And so all we do is we come in, we consult with you, and we help you show you the benefits and the values of what going solar renewable energy is really gonna do for you and your household.
Okay.
So we showing you how we're gonna be able to drastically reduce or even possibly eliminate your ComEd bill.
Okay.
You're gonna purchase a solar system that goes on the roof, and that solar system is gonna feed energy into your house. It's using the sun. The sun is free. We don't pay for the sun. So the sun is free. The sun hits down on the solar panel, on that solar voltaic system, and then that converts energy and goes right into your house. Okay. And then this is the crazy part. Most people don't know. A lot of the excess energy that your house is not going to use, because it's two things happening in the day. Your house is using some of that energy from the system, and then some of that is getting fed back into the grid. Okay. There's a lot of utility companies that's paying people for actually feed money back into the grid, because when you feed that energy back into the grid, they supply that to the neighbors. So they basically capitalizing on the system that you got, because basically you got ComEd on your roof now. So you basically ComEd.
So you basically need to connect.
You to connect for energy. And so now you saving money and they cutting checks. So the average homeowner, you know, that goes solar with Phenomenal Power, they getting federal incentives as well. So every customer that goes solar with us nationwide, they get anywhere between, let's just say, $6,000 to $12,000 back. That's when they file their tax. That's a federal incentive.
Yep. So tell the people how could they get in touch with you and everything like that. If they want to get the solar, if they want to get in touch with you, how you tell the people how they get in touch with you.
So if you just want to go to my website, www.phenomenalpower.net, you can go there. You can search the web. You can go through there, man, tap into that. It's very educational, very detailed. It'll show you all the benefits of going solar. If you're looking for an opportunity, you can go to phenomenalpower.net/careers. And there you can tap into that, and you can actually, you know, say, hey, I want to apply. Upload your resume, get in contact with us. We'll get in contact with you, you know, give you an opportunity. You can follow me on, you know, Facebook and just my regular name, Dion Coopwood, or you can follow me on Instagram at Mr.phenomenalpower. So that's how they can get in touch with me, man. And, you know, I would love to connect with you guys, whether it's you looking to go solar or you looking for an opportunity to make some extra money on the side, whether you want to keep your job and just come do this on the side and maybe eventually evolve into an entrepreneur. I'm all for it, man. I'm here for the people, for sure.
I feel like it's your boy Samson. We were just kicking it with Coop, and you know me, I honor everything in reason. We'll get us.